Hey, what's going on? We're looking at Topo Gigio. Believe it or not, this guy at one time was a household name. Every child in America knew and loved this puppet mouse that appeared with some regularity on the Ed Sullivan Show and other broadcast television of the time. He predates me. I never watched him on television, but I was very aware of the novelty that is Topo Gigio. Being a kid that grew up in the late 60s and early 70s, this was a novelty. You would find Topo Gigio dressed in a graduation gown at a stationery store right next to the cards, and he'd have a little diploma and a hat and everything. You could find Topo Gigio in just about any getup, depending on the holiday season sometimes. Um, there's just like many versions of him. Uh, Most of the time, all of the things that were stapled to him, the clothing, was made of kind of this mid grade felt material that with time degraded and just fell apart and fell off. And so I think probably the most common state that you find of a true Topo Gigio is the one that you see before you. Now there were many replicas or reproductions of the time as well. Like there were like blow molded cheap topos of all different sizes. Some of them are goofy and not very good looking. Nothing like the original topo that we're looking at right here. Um, so those would sometimes be carnival prizes. Look at the profile on this guy. So this guy's good size. I don't know what he stands. I mean, he's about 10 inches tall, I think. Maybe 10 inches wide, too, with these ears. So he was a bank. Um, there we go. Roy Des of Florida, 1970. It's kind of heavy, kind of thick. This is, like, as I mentioned earlier, this is, what I would consider to be Topo Prime. This is his truest form, his final form, and he even bears stigmata from his previous incarnation or clothing or occupation. You look at that. He had two staples across, like, what was he, a crossing guard? I'm not sure. So yeah, there were all different kinds of Topo Gigios. Uh, I One of the ones that I thought was funny is that there was like a hobo or a bum Topo Gigio that had like a cigar and had the stick with a bandana around it and tore up clothing and everything. And I always thought that was a funny one. I thought that was like, what are you supposed to get that for your dad when he gets laid off from the factory? I mean, it's kind of a weird topo, but I don't know. This is a cool novelty, not really a toy, as I said, kind of a gift. Um, Nevertheless, something really, really cool and a piece of time, uh, permanent and immemorial, uh, created forever in this plastic that I think could probably outlive the cockroaches. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video about Topo Gigio Prime. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.